Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexandra and this is the daily reading for you for Sunday the 23rd of September. This is the day of equinox. Although I have heard that in reality the equal length of night and day happens on the 27th of September this year. I don't know why it works like that. I'm going to check this out, but I just wanted to share it with you. Let's look. What are the energies for us for this perhaps a very special day? I don't know if you feel it, but I do. There's a great shift in energy. It so happened that we also have a very different kind of weather starting yesterday. So the summer ended differently here where I live. Let's look. I think I'm going to draw 3 cards. Three cards for the very special day. Okay, let's look. We have 2 of Swords, which is all about balance. Let's have a look on this. Peace. 4 of Swords, Truth. It's also about balance. It's about great peace. So we have swords and swords and more swords. Definitely we are entering the Libra season. And Libra is air, and air is represented by the Suit of Swords in Tarot. So as I said, there is a great shift of energy. Immediately what I feel here is that out of great peace comes great action and great energy towards doing what you think is right. The Prince of Swords, sometimes I call him a crusader. I was thinking about what I heard yesterday, that the time of equinox is a time of peace, because there is this very strange moment when energies of darkness and light are equal, and that it creates peace. And I disagree with this. I mean, it creates peace for some time, but in reality, what it creates is great potential of energy. And we can observe it in the way the weather works. Here where I live, Northern Hemisphere, almost Northern Europe, by the Baltic Sea, that is quite cold, but not this season. We have a very strong influence of Atlantic, but also when the wind changes, we have influence of Asia, a great continent, great earth energy. So we have water and earth mixing together. And it's not a coincidence that the greatest shifts in weather and the most powerful dynamic weather appears in autumn. when there is this visible, perceived balance between night and day, between warm and cold. But this balance, this equality of elements creates great tension. And all the storms happening in autumn and early winter, they are all the result of this great difference in potentials between strong day and strong night, between strong water that is very warm and strong earth that is very quickly getting cold. So that's what happens here in this card in a nutshell. That's funny, because I was thinking about it today, and it is mirrored here. First we have Two of Swords, which is peace. It's not always called peace. In this deck it's called peace, but in general it is rather about inability to choose, because both options are strong. And the result can be peace. Indeed it can. When you cannot choose, when one side cannot overcome the other, the result is peace. But it's not eternal. It's not static. It's rather dynamic, because one day or the other, one of the options will become stronger and the other will become weaker. And that's what is happening all the time. So this piece is quite short time, I feel. But I love this card in this deck, because indeed it's very peaceful, and it's about enjoying this precious state that doesn't happen very often. Then what we have is Four of Swords. And generally for me, this is one of the most meditative cards in the deck. Here in Zillich Tarot, it's more about the war is over, it says. You can put down your helmet, you can put down your sword. You have already recognized what was here to be recognized. Because between the 2 and the 4 we have 3 of Swords, which is about recognition of a problem. So now you can rest. It's time to take a break. It's time to have a moment alone. It's time to sleep. It's time to recover. This is a great healing card. Most of all, it's time to meditate. The subtitle here is Truce. And again, I have this feeling of temporary peace. It won't last forever. But the more we realize it, the more precious moment it is. Because after all, sooner or later, we come back to the state of Prince of Swords, who is quite a charging energy. I know it's not a knight. When I look at the pictures, this one is more like a static king of swords than Knight of Swords. Let's look what is written about him here. It's Heir of Air, so this is a very logical, analytical card, very cerebral energy. This man with his sword has crystal clear perception. He always acts rationally and with utmost caution. He operates within his own creative thought patterns. As a highly intelligent, inventive gentleman with high social skills. However, when his success elevates him, he may seem condescending. So what I feel here is that out of this moments of peace and truth and rest and meditation and being alone with yourself and really feeling yourself and hearing your inner voice, comes out great wisdom. So the more we realize how precious these moments are and how rare they are really, the more we are able to appreciate them and to make advantage of them and be the Prince of Swords that has a clear vision, and whatever he thinks of, whatever he conceives in these precious moments, he can then incorporate into his or her life. Can be anyone. It's you. Yeah, it's you, definitely. And when I look at him, he's definitely looking forward into the world. And he has this little green bird on his forehead. So I feel it's not only about his mind, but also about the connection with the heart. The mind is all around these crystals, purple crystals, very characteristic. But he's even above this. And he sees beyond the illusions of the mind. And the sword is showing the way. It's not even used to fight, because he's also beyond the fight. So, a beautiful day to take a moment to stop, to enjoy the beauty of the world, to enjoy the beauty of the day, to enjoy the peace given, to enjoy the truth, to enjoy the end of fighting, with full appreciation of this and awareness of more dynamic days that are coming, that are still in front of us on our way. So I wish you a beautiful Sunday full of rest, meditation, inner peace, and clear insights. And I hope I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.